In the Arukah Holistic Healer Certification Program, we have 8 steps that we take our students through in order to empower them to become holistic healers. And the first step is Module 1, Health Foundations and Identifying Toxins. And the first lesson that they study is on how to create powerful health naturally. And it's based on my herbalist teacher's book on the 20 steps to a healthier life. And I'm not going to go through all the steps, but these would be steps such as the importance of pure water, fresh juice, live foods, bowel cleansing. He used to always say that disease begins in the colon. Also breathing deeper, stretching, walking, and moving. They say that sitting is the new cigarette smoking in these days. So one of the worst threats that we used to have was smoking. It was like caused a lot of deaths. It was one of the leading causes of deaths. But now, or so they said, but now they're saying that it's our immobility, the fact that we just sit all day and we do not move around, so unhealthy and unnatural. We were not created to be in front of a desk and in front of a computer all day long. Our bodies are made to move. And also all the EMFs that we get from the electronic devices is not healthy for us. Also the importance of natural clothing and natural cleaning products, especially if you're trying to heal. Also the importance of of not listening to television and mainstream media, which just fills our minds and our lives with fear and worry and lies, and just robs us of hope and joy and truth. Also, trashing, getting rid of a lot of junk in our lives. I'm talking, he talks primarily about physical junk, just things in our houses that we don't need in our cars, but also things in our lives that we don't need anymore, that don't serve us, and that may actually be hurting us. Also the importance of relaxation, helping others, laughing, and these are biblical principles also, serving others and laughing and having a merry heart. The Bible says a merry heart does good like a medicine. And when we serve others, God gives us strength and energy. And it activates our immune system. These things that make us feel good. Helping others makes us feel good, and that can boost our immune system. Feel good hormones. Different things. So those are just some of them. I don't want to go through all of those. There's 20 steps according to this book, and there's definitely more, but at least it's a good start. It's a good foundation. Our students also learn about the dangers of EMFs all around us, especially with cell phones and cell phone towers, fluoride, and the stuff that they're putting in our waters. And it's not just fluoride. There's also putting chloramine and all kinds of weird stuff. I used to work at the Ness Ames Research Center, and I remember when I was working there, I believe it was the county. It was either the county or the city. It was in Moffett Field. It was either the county or the city. They sent an email to everyone, and they said, "Oh, we're gonna start using chloramine in our water." And they said, "But don't fill up your water tanks with tap water anymore, because the chloramine can kill your fish." But they're like, "But you can drink it. It's perfectly fine for you to drink." No, I don't think so. Especially if you're trying to heal. Of course, everyone's not gonna, roll over dead just because they take a sip of tap water. But what can kill the fish will harm you. Okay, let's just say that. And the kind of fluoride that they put in our water also It's not the kind of naturally occurring fluoride that that happens in nature, in creation. It's man-made, and it's a composite of other things that are very harmful. It's not just fluoride or chloramine. There are a lot of other harmful things in our water supply. It's always being found whenever it's tested, and you can even get water tests yourself. You can just purchase one off of Amazon or something and test your own water supply, and you'll be surprised with things that you'll find. So our students, learn about these types of things. Also, the dangers of GMO, genetically modified organisms. In some other countries, they're already banned, but in America, they are still being used in other countries. Also, the dangers of iatrogenic errors. So these are errors from hospitals and doctors, and they could be mistakes, but they could also be not mistakes, but just a natural result of some of the medicines and procedures that they do. Okay, they have can be harmful. And also MSG and excitotoxins, these additives that they put in our food that can cause Alzheimer's and cancer and all these other things. Also, redox cell signaling, the importance of that's an emerging technology. And also the dangers in sugar and artificial sweeteners. I think it's one of probably a really big one in the Western world, especially. And also the dangers of what they call immunization, what they try to mandate us to insert into our bloodstreams. It is not true immunization. True immunization is true immunity, which is what our immune systems are for. Okay. And it's so surprising to me that I believe these things are very just fundamental and foundational. And it's shocking to me how many holistic health and healing schools do not teach about these things. Maybe they'll teach about a few, but some of the most dangerous ones that I've just said on this list, they don't want to touch it. Why? Well, I think because they want to be part of mainstream. But, just like not listening to mainstream media is part of how to create powerful health, it's also partly how to make sure that you have a good holistic health and healing foundation of knowledge, is that you're not listening to mainstream health disinformation. I'm calling it disinformation instead of misinformation, because misinformation, it's just a mistake. Misinformation. Disinformation, however, is different. Disinformation is purposefully disseminated into the public to mislead us. It's mistakes of information, lies, basically, given to us on purpose to keep us sick, to keep us under the control, to keep us giving the system, the modern medical system, the governments, the corporations, etc., to keep us giving them our money and to keep us just sick enough so that we keep thinking that we need their medicines, but not well enough to be free of them. Okay. That is how they, as corporations, extract the most amount of money from us. And that's why I broke free from modern medicine. That's why I became a holistic healer. And that's why most people who join my school also decide to go this path. Is because they realize that they've been fed disinformation in medical school or nursing school or growing up or from their doctors, etc. Of course, I'm not saying that everything in modern medicine is bad. There's certainly a place for it, especially with life-saving surgeries and emergency situations, such as if you get into a car accident or if you break a bone, stuff like that. But especially for chronic diseases, it is not the place that I trust. Basically, it's not the source that I trust for holistic health and healing of chronic diseases. Okay, it's great for emergency care. But this is one of the reasons, one of the major reasons why I started Arukah.com, why we have our school, is because there's so few training programs and holistic health schools out there that dare to touch on these subjects, which I believe are foundational. They're essential. They're essential to becoming a holistic healer. You must know this. This is actually one of the ways that I filter who is a true healer or not. Are they willing to talk about these things, or do they want to be accepted by mainstream medicine and therefore avoid a lot of these topics? Okay, that's one way that you know whether you're in a good program or not, or whether there's some serious gaps, some serious holes in that school's education.